What is up, everybody? I'm George Mossey. I'm here with my co-host, Marshana Dahlia. Last night, 90 Day Fiance, Before the 90 Days, Season 5, Episode 2 aired. There's a lot to talk about, so I'm just kind of going to jump in just in case we run out of time. For the sake of time, we probably won't be able to talk about everything. But what we did see last night was Caleb coming clean to his parents about the existence of Alina. They did not know that she existed. They did not know that he was in a relationship. They had no idea that he was even going to Turkey. He comes clean about everything. And they had a little apprehension about her and her, I don't want to say condition, but of her size. And they were very apprehensive. And that bothered me a little bit because I didn't like how they weren't being open to the option of him loving someone who's a little different from him. I don't like when we tell our children that they can't think outside the box and they can't be accepting of other people. So that whole conversation kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
I mean, I don't think that Caleb's parents were really so much talking about Alina, even though that's the words they used. I think what they meant to say was, why are you, our son, interested in her? I think they were more so questioning his motivations for wanting to be with Alina as a little person. That's how I received it. I could be wrong, but I just feel like, yeah, that might be it.
I hope that that's it. I mean, and I don't want to say I hope, but I didn't like the way it came across, and that would be a different way of looking at it. So I do feel like that is a different perspective. And when Alina got to Turkey, we did see her arrive at the hotel, and the hotel was not accessible to her. There was a lot of things that she was unable to use. There was no elevator. There were several flights of stairs. The bed was really high up. And it again brought me back to wondering, is Caleb being proactive and thinking about her needs and, really knowing and understanding the situation that she's in and trying to make it easier for her when they're doing things together. And it makes me wonder if he's going to be able to take the time out to think about those things and be able to make plans with that in mind.
You know what? I understand how it would appear that way. I don't trust Caleb at all when it comes to his motivations to being with Alina. I don't think that he is being considerate of, her special accommodations that she needs. However, I also think that this is production, right? I think the producers put it up to the hotel to be like, yeah, it's on the second floor. No, we don't have an elevator. I don't trust produced elements on reality shows. That, my experience on reality TV, and I know how the producers like to add elements that don't necessarily need to be added. It's already, a plot as it is because she's a little person, he's average size. So I don't think they needed to do it, but I think that might have something to do with the situation.
Okay, I see where you're going with that. Okay, so let's talk about Geno and Jasmine. So I had my reservations, right? So I had reservations. I saw Jasmine's video chat and her and everything, and I had reservations. So when they actually meet, I actually felt like there was chemistry. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I definitely...
the same thing. My husband said the same thing.
Yeah, I was actually surprised because I was like, okay, I'm looking at Jasmine and we've heard the backstory of him paying her rent and buying a refrigerator, buying a washing machine. I had predetermined, perception of what was going to take place. But the way that they interacted, I really felt like there's genuine feelings and genuine chemistry between them. It's not just about what Geno can do for her. And we have to remember, Geno has been out of work for almost a year due to the pandemic. So it's not really about money because he's not physically working. So it's not that he's giving her so much money and he's doing so much because he's not able to do that. So maybe I was wrong with my perception of what was going on.
Well, I think this is a perfect moment for everybody to pay attention. Never confuse obsession with interest, right? Someone can have like an obsessive personality and you think it means chemistry and interest, because my husband felt the same way. He said, listen, I was wrong. There's something there that seems to be interest. But you see how she even demanded his cell phone password and things like that. And how she even said, oh, it's your face. So at night when you're sleeping, I can just put the phone at your face and it's going to open. I want to see if you've been a big good boy. Take me here, take me there. She has an obsessive personality. And I think that anybody that she gets around, she latches onto them with such a death grip and is looking to control their life And for her, that's how she receives love and affection, but it is unhealthy. So I get how it looks, but me being me, I'm like, it's just her latch on obsessive, sink my claws into them and control them personality that maybe we're misconstruing as, wow, she might be interested. I mean, that's just what I'm saying.
I like that. I like that. It does make you think because she described herself as hot, beautiful, and intelligent, but her actions and her insecurity gives you something different. So I like your perception of that. It might be an obsessive personality. And once she feels like she gets someone, that's only the beginning. She has to control them and she has to be running their life. So maybe we are looking at it differently. So another thing I want to touch on was he brought her pregnancy test because he wants her to be pregnant before he leaves. This is only a 2-week trip.
And I'm like, does he understand how ovulation goes? How long it would take a woman to discover that she's pregnant? How long until the missed menstrual cycle? Like, I'm not really understanding him. And first of all, you just met somebody. You really gonna go down there and shoot at the club? You go
Right.
you gonna have you gonna go sushi? Like just wrong? Like make it make sense. So I don't really know what's wrong with Gino, but it's not all there. And I do think that he's in a situation that many of us have been in before. We get with somebody and we swear that they love us and that they're just so into us. And he said that last week. Like, I just feel like she's really into me and she just wants to make sure. And I think it'll get better when we're together. But I'm like, no, it gets
No.
worse. So don't ever, if you're in a relationship, look for healthy signs of attachment, not unhealthy signs of control.
I agree 100%. And we found out that Gino told her that he was 34 years old when they first met, and he is 52,
Mm-hmm.
51 or 52. So I already feel like her trust is not there. That situation did not help at all. The way that he feels about her and the way that she feels about him, I feel like the dialogue is being twisted because he was telling her lies in the beginning because we're looking at her and we're kind of judging her for the way that she's reacting. And I feel like that might not be fair.
Yeah, true.
All right, so that's going to be it for part one. We're going to come back and talk about the rest of the couples. We met a brand new couple last night. So we're going to come back and talk about that, and we're going to finish up. Thank you guys for joining. I'll put our Twitter here at the bottom. Make sure you're live tweeting. I got so many tweets today as well. So many people are still talking about it, and Mike and Jimena are a favorite, so we're going to come back and talk about them. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I'm George Mossey. This is my co-host, Marshana Dahlia. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you all real soon.